Glad you brought it up because I wanted to. Tell me about sex bots.
What we're going to find is our robotic companion is a lot better a lot of times. Now we're not there yet, than our human companion.
Look, I know that things are looking really scary right now. If you look at the numbers, it feels like we are fastly heading into the middle of a storm. I'm petrified. Sometimes I can't even get out of bed. But what I try to do is try to have a little bit of a routine, try to make sure I have my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Try to get some work done, even though I've lost quite a bit of work. Keep my social distance and try to go for a walk. So I decided that I needed to find someone who will help me understand what is going on right now. And in fact, someone who will hopefully make me understand what is lying in the future after we make it through this part. And who better to find than someone who's known as one of the world's leading futurists, someone who has done some incredible things, like she told Kodak way back in 1987 to get rid of film. They didn't listen to it and see what happened to them. She told Coca-Cola to invest money in the things we get out of a tap, and bottled water today is worth $130 million. So her name is Faith Popcorn, and this is something that I've been following for such a long time. I mean, 1981, she came up with a concept called cocooning, and hello, that is actually how we're living our lives right now. The New York Times calls her a trend oracle. The Forbes magazine has called her Nostradamus of marketing. And so then I got hold of her and I asked her to start. What exactly does a futurist do?
Okay, so it's this big picture of vodka martinis and this crystal ball. No, it's not. Well, we have a trend bank of now 17 future lenses, and we've been tracking those since 1974. We've been told, and actually it's been vetted that by Fortune, by Wall Street Journal, that it's 95% correct. We've been right in our predictions. So our predictions come out of the trend bank, which you can see on our website, faithpopcorn.com.
Yes.
And then also we have links to 10,000 futurists all over the world, but they are the makers. So one of our futurists is doing gene editing in labs, so that's how we learn that, they're working on a skin graft that would produce an embryo. So if you have a best friend, let's say, and you say to her, my like my bestie, wouldn't we be a great combination? You will be able to use through skin grafts a baby, an embryo. So when we say we think that procreation is going to change forms, it's not just, like I said, the vodka and the crystal ball. It's like a lot of deep research. We've been tracking these things. Like, people go, "Wee, cocooning, how new, how fabulous, you thought of this." I go, "Yeah, I thought of it in 1981.
What is different about cocooning now?
It's much more severe, especially now, it's much more protective, defensive, just really frightened, but yet artistic and elevated.
So tell me about pandemics, because I mean, the zine talks about the future of pandemics, and
yes,
like kind of this isn't the first pandemic we're going to go through.
No, not at all. The future of pandemics came out of what I became aware of, this doctor in the Wuhan lab, a female doctor, and she said, "You think this is bad? there are 5,000 more viruses in that bat cave, and just ready to spring. So this is maybe you'd think that, like, the flu, all those flus and stuff were, the beginning, then the corona. And we're learning, I hope we're learning how to manage. We used to have a handbook. If we hadn't opened our borders and denied this, we would have been much more like New Zealand. Brilliant, brilliant New Zealand. I love her. She's just a genius. Talk about human government managing. But, we could have, in America, we could have had a much lighter experience, but denial, and we see that in corporations every single day. It might be the age of the men that are managing, which is a similar age, to our president. They go, if I don't see it, it's not happening. If I say it's not, it's not. Do what I say, not what I do. That kind of ridiculous, hierarchical, unfemale, by the way of managing things just brought this on. And, hopefully we will have a more holistic way of dealing with the next one, because there will be a next one. Right. For sure. Go ahead.
I think you have a concept in the magazine or the zine called Doctors in Walls. So it's all about an extension of that in terms of the Internet of Things now moving
right.
in a medical direction.
So I wrote about this in 1990 in the Popcorn Report. I said, you're going to walk into your home and get under a door jamb, and it's going to go low iron, low potassium, too much fat, analyze your toilet. Tudo, which is a Japanese toilet company, has had this for a while. They analyze, your urine and everything that comes out of you and tells you, and already they can as a matter of fact, they're analyzing the virus through human waste in communities to see if there's the beginning of a spread. So you're in wall, medical management is actually halfway there and not that hard to execute. So you want to go on a diet, your refrigerator locks. I guess I'm into locks because of my safe, but your refrigerator locks. I'm saying take the beer out of your refrigerator. That should be in a separate place. I'm saying that people will have different faucets, like beer comes out of one, tequila another, water another, vitamin water, things with vitamins another. Purify this and purify that. It's not going to be one tap. It's going to be a tap that you can adjust so different things come out of that same tap, or a whole bunch of little taps. That format's going to change. It seems silly to be lugging stuff home when you can. It's just like, when did water start to be in refrigerators? I don't even know when. I think it could have been the 60s. I don't know when they put, I mean, think about that. Like, it's going to be like that, but so natural, but not just water. People will stock food through the back of their refrigerator. The refrigerator, you'll have like a place, put milk here, put this here, put that here. When it lightens up, when the sensors feel like you're running out of something, there's less milk in the container. Yes. It doesn't ask you. It orders for you. It gets loaded from the back. Buildings will be built like that. Homes will be built like that. You're not going to have silly packages on your front porch. You're going to have stuff, a lot of it, especially food and, liquids, loaded in.
Right. You're talking about locking doors, and tell me about automatic lockdown. So when you get diagnosed as you might have a virus or something, then
or cancer,
then your door gets automatically locked.
So I was talking about refrigerators getting locked if you're on a diet, but yeah, it's forced quarantine. That would be forced quarantine, right? Your door locks. If sensors sense riots or anything, your doors lock, your security systems come in. I believe for the next pandemic, I think I think people are working on this, that there will be central food banks. So you say, I don't want to be scared about toilet paper, and paper towels and beans and, did I have enough? Oh my God, oh my God. You will be able to buy membership into a food bank. No, this is a food bank for the more affluent. So when this happens, you're guaranteed your portion, your share, because you've been paying this little monthly fee along the way, of food, and you will have your food and water protected and delivered.
And if we do go out, I mean, there's, I think it's a concept about no human hands. So what, mechanized hands? Is that so?
Touchless. So that's if the virus is, in rage. We're not gonna, we're not there's a dynamic technology now where long distance you can feel, let's say you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you can feel somebody hugging you. They can activate that from long distance, and people are having sex that way, actually.
Yes, so I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to. Tell me about sex bots.
So sex bots. So what we're going to find is our robotic companion is a lot better a lot of times. Now we're not there yet, than our human companion. They don't fight with you. They know everything that you want. They're able to have the most magnificent sex with you, things that you're even afraid to tell your partner. They can make you a perfect martini. They can read to you. They can chat with you. They can look something up for you. It's Alexa on speed, but they're there in form. And uh, while I think the birth rate's down, we're afraid to bring children into this world. So to have a perfect robotic companion who looks really real and looks really good, and you can have real sex with, or any kind of sex with you want, I think that's definitely, definitely coming.
Yeah, so that was a really wide-ranging discussion. We spoke about so much, and I must admit that for days afterwards, I kept thinking about things. But the really important thing that I came out with was realizing that um, we're actually living in such a pivotal moment in our lives today, and so many things are changing around us, and hopefully we will have an opportunity to embrace this and realize that we've been given this chance to find a way of changing the way we do things. But I know at the top of this video, I do say this is all about tips on how you can survive a pandemic. So I had to ask the trend oracle to put down a picture of vodka martinis just for a second, and before she disappears into a crystal ball, to give us some tips on how to survive a pandemic. Can you think of 5 tips that everyone should use to how they can survive a pandemic?
So get back on your serotonin drugs, Lexapro, and all those, because people, like, a lot of people, like you say, mind altering.
Yeah.
If you think you had a chemical imbalance before, you really got it now. So I would say take the right kind of medication. Try to keep your body fit, try to take a walk, try to work out, try to get your head straight.
Mm.
Start to plan the rest of your life. I'd say that's the best thing you could be doing. You said you're thinking about that. Are you sure you made the right decisions? Did you walk down the right road? What about that road untaken? Now you have a chance to peek down there.
Mhm.
So start to think like, what could I do differently? What should I have done? What can I still do? That don't spend a lot of money if you can. I hope everybody's learned savings after this. I did.
Mhm.
You need to know, like cash is really important.
Yes.
So, being frugal, try to invent something, try to use a talent I'm giving you more that you never used before. Like, I found that, because I'm busy and I go, oh, delegation, write this email for me, or do this, do that, do this, do that, right? I found like I'm starting to write more. When I get off this phone, I'm working with somebody to write a song with, because I've always wanted to write a song.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've because
What
futurism,
genre?
huh?
What genre of music?
Yeah, either rap. I'm a rapper or a rocker.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, yeah. So it'll be that, and I want to write it. I want to write a song. I've always wanted to write a song, so I'm going to do that. Um, Start cuddling with the people that you've been ignoring in your household. Start telling them how important they are. It's time for love. There's nothing else to do. So like start like, calling the friends that mean a lot to you, and like start like loving them. Donate to your food pantry. Do something nice. I've been donating plasma because I had the virus, and then I have antibodies, and they want the plasma. I had it light, thank God. My daughter, 15, had it light. My nanny, I have a Chinese adopted daughters, I have two of them, but my nanny, who's also Chinese, did not have it light. 9 days.
Okay. I think we need one more and then it's going to be 10.
And like, make a plan. Say the day I'm out of here, like I say, the future is now.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to launch the day? And you mustn't forget it, that it's like walking out of prison,
Yes.
What is the beginning of it? Where's the future now of your new life? What are you going to do? Really do. Make a plan. Make a day-by-day plan for the next 365 days. That could keep you busy.
So there you go, guys. That's my first video. I'm a big boy, so if you didn't like it, I don't mind if you do give it the thumbs down. But if you did, please can you subscribe, and please do a like. And also, very importantly, please make a comment in the comment box below and give me suggestions. Anything you think that you'd love to find out about, you'd love me to do videos about, because this is an evolving process, and I need you to help me I need you to help guide me on this process. And beyond everything, I hope that this will inspire to release the inner warrior in you.